Welcome back to the Illinois Special Education Reporting Series. In this demo, we will be walking through the different cost allocation methods to use when reporting data and how to apply them effectively. Let's begin. The tabs following the Enrollment Data tab require the input of financial data categorized by program. Since expenditures may not always be recorded at the program level, it may be necessary to allocate costs to accurately reflect program-specific expenses. Cost allocation ensures that expenditures are assigned equitably to the programs that benefit from the related activities. To achieve this, various allocation methods may be used depending on the nature of the expense and the availability of relevant data. Common allocation bases include direct usage, staff time, student counts, square footage, or other measurable factors that best represent the relationship between the cost and the benefiting program. Each expense category may require a different approach to allocation, ensuring costs are distributed accurately based on usage and impact. Now, let's take a closer look at how we apply these methods in practice. One key example is building and equipment operations and maintenance, where costs can be allocated using square footage or student count method. The method you choose should be supported by reliable data and reflect the most accurate cost distribution. Here's what to consider when assigning an allocation method. When assigning a cost allocation method, it's important to consider the nature of the expense and the best basis for distribution. For building and equipment and operations and maintenance, two common allocation bases are square footage, which is distributing costs based on the space occupied for each program, or student count, assigning costs based on program enrollment. Before selecting an allocation method, ask yourself, are the costs identifiable to a specific building, or are they recorded at a district level? If costs are centralized, additional allocation may be needed. What data is available or can be obtained to justify the selected method? Supporting documentation such as floor plans or enrollment records will be essential for accuracy and compliance. Choosing the right allocation method ensures that costs are fairly distributed across programs, aligning with actual resource usage. Now, let's see how cost allocation works in practice with two examples for building and equipment operations and maintenance. Example 1, allocating costs using square footage. In this scenario, the district's total building and equipment operations and maintenance cost is $100,000. Covering 3.5 million square feet. The special education facility occupies 25,000 square feet. To determine the allocation percentage, we divide the facility square footage by the district's total. 25,000 divided by 3.5 million, equaling to 0.71%. Applying this percentage to the total cost, 100,000 times 0.0071 would give us 714.29. This means that $714.29 is allocated to the special education program. It's important to maintain documentation of district and facility square footage to support this calculation. Example 2, allocating costs using student enrollment. Here, we allocate the same $100,000 cost, but based on student enrollment. The district has 45,000 students, while the special education program has 50 students. The allocation percentage is then 50 divided by 45,000, which gives us 0.11%. Multiplying this by the total cost gives us $111.11 to be allocated to the special education program. Again, maintaining enrollment documentation ensures accuracy and compliance. Selecting the right method depends on the nature of the cost and the data available to support the allocation. Once the cost allocation method is determined, the next step is to enter the data into the Summary tab of the reporting template. In the Summary of Program Costs section, you'll find predefined cost categories. you will want to locate the respective cost category you are searching for. For this example, building and equipment operations and maintenance, follow these steps. First, locate the appropriate cost line. Here, you will find it on line 17 under occupancy-related expenses, labeled building and equipment operations and maintenance. Second, you want to enter the allocated amount based on your selected method. Now you will enter the allocated amount based on the method chosen. If you chose the square footage method, you would input $714.29. Alternatively, if you selected the student count method, you would input $111.11. You want to verify all totals on the cost line item 25. Ensure that all allocated costs correctly roll up into the overall total all facilities program column at the end of the row as well. Maintaining accuracy here ensures that reported expenses align with actual program usage and are backed by supporting documentation. Let's move forward with reviewing how this data flows into the final reporting calculations. This concludes our demonstration on cost allocation methods. In the next video, we'll be reviewing program support, occupancy, and admin costs. If you have any questions, please refer to the overview videos or the special education reporting manual. For additional information on this section, please email us at isbeserquestions@mgt.us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.